I know you've probably been listening for some time now, and we've been going through some different virtues that we need to acquire in our life so that we can make an impact upon the world. And so tonight we're going to literally talk about what the definition and what the meaning of new and moves is, so that when we're saying we're making new moves or we're steering ourselves towards new moves, no matter what the spelling is, we'll know what the definition is. So every week I say the same thing. Please don't forget to follow, like, and search us up on NuMOVZ, and on Instagram, it's NuMOVZ Now. Hopefully we can change that soon to where it's just NuMOVZ, but right now it's NuMOVZ Now. You can like, you can follow, and you can subscribe. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you there with your comments, liking our posts, and liking our videos that we're putting up. We're also on Facebook, and we also are on the website. The website is NuMOVZ.com. So that's our definition or our word spelling of new moves. So now I'm going to start with our show tonight, where we're going to first give you the definition of new. And remember, every week we do the definition so that we're all on the same page and that we're all thinking and studying or learning with the same definition of a word, instead of everybody having their own definition of what a word is. So tonight we're going to start with the word new. And new means it's non-existing before, it's introduced or discovered recently, or it's the very first time. So not existing before, introduced or discovered recently. The word moves means a change of place to make progress towards a new position, an advancement, and or a new place. So now we know what the word new means, and we know what the word moves means according to the dictionary. I'm going to give you my definition of the word new. Means I am doing something different. I'm done with doing the old way because the old way is not working in my life. My old thoughts, my old behaviors, my old reactions, my old conversations is just not working. And I'm done with things that's not working. So I'm going to be doing something different, something that I haven't done before, which would be my definition of new. My definition of moves is changing thought, changing location, changing behavior, changing speech, changing mindset. Now, moves to me means I can make my moves positive, or I can choose and my moves are negative. So when we're talking about making moves, of course, we're talking about how to make a positive reflection in our life. Remember, our goal is to impact the world. And we see a lot of negativity in the world as it is right now. So our goal should be to impact the world positively and to make changes for the better, not only in ourselves or in our local family lives, but by making changes in our local selves and in our local families. That change will then start to spread. And remember, we will have the ripple effect of a lot of people noticing a difference and then people wanting to make a change. So self-motivation to move into something new, like I know, is very hard to task upon ourselves. The first thing is we get overwhelmed with thinking we have to wake up tomorrow, and instead of us going to bed tonight and being who we are, we wake up tomorrow, we're a completely different person with different thinking and different attitudes and different behaviors, and that doesn't work like that. it's hard to make a decision that we're going to do something new and we're going to make a new move within our life, within our thoughts, within our behaviors. So we want to make a new move, but we get stuck trying and feeling like we're not accomplishing anything. So then we just give up. But we say to ourselves, because then we're disgusted and we say, well, why am I giving up when I know this is what I want to do? Well, because we don't change our thinking, or we didn't change our behavior, or our habits and our speech are still the same. Sometimes our new move is that maybe at the coffee mess at work, I stand around and I gossip with everybody at the coffee mess. Maybe our new move at that point is our thinking, and we should excuse ourselves from that type of behavior. You know what behavior, what thinking patterns, what speech that you are accustomed to, and what is always your fallout point. You know what you get angry about. You know what irritates you. So when we're making a new move, our thought is to change that precise behavior. If I know not having a cup of coffee first thing in the morning is going to put me in a raunchy mood, then I need to wake up 5 minutes earlier in the morning, drink my coffee so that I don't walk out of my house with the same attitude. Yours may be totally different. I'm not saying, not drinking coffee does it, but I'm just using it as an example. When we can change without giving up, we can be better without having to get up. How can we do it? We have been discussing all of the behaviors, the attitudes, and the speech that can be changed for some time now. You can only change the attitude, the behavior, and the speech by practicing it. And how do we correct our habits and make new habits that change our lives? We're going to focus on the new habit. Our old habits come to us naturally. And the only way you can change your natural reaction is to correct it, number one, in your mind first. Behaviors are changed one at a time. Your thoughts are changed one at a time. Your conversation is changed one at a time. I'm just going to say everything looks like an elephant. So when we're thinking about our behavior and we're like, oh, I really don't want to do this anymore, then it looks like a mountain that we have to have a path all the way up the mountain. And then what do we do when we get to the top of the mountain? Or it looks like an elephant. And so when we're looking at this, we have to remember that we can break it apart piece by piece. Sometimes instead of, and I'm sure you've heard this saying, sometimes you've heard the saying that we were trying to kill the mosquito, but we killed the elephant to get to the mosquito. Well, in real life, our behaviors are really the mosquito. We just think it's the elephant. And so we pounce on the fact that it's bigger than us, when in reality, nothing is bigger than you. We are the greatest thing that was ever made on the earth. We don't act like it, but we are the greatest thing that was made. And we were the ones that was giving control over all of this. So that means we can control not only what we do in nature, whatever we do outside of ourselves, but we can control the internal behaviors that we have. You can conquer each action by action just by taking the opportunity to do something different. I stopped with some of my nasty behaviors or my bad behaviors that I had by just focusing that I wasn't going to do it anymore. Now, do I slip? Yes. Do I had a serious issue with anger, and literally I could go to 60 in 2.9 seconds. I was done. Have I worked diligently on not being that focused on being angry? I have. Can you also pick out those things in your behavior or in your actions that you want to make new in your life and move towards making it new? You don't have to continue to pick up those habits. You don't have to continue to focus on the things that have been endearing to you to justify your behavior or to validate yourself as, I have to protect myself. No, you don't have to. So I worked on anger. I realized that my anger came from unforgiveness. We talked about unforgiveness some time ago, that I had a tendency to hold grudges. You can change your attitude and change how you perceive the circumstances that you're in. It took a lesson that I had to learn, which I've brought up before, is that we are not taught by others how to act. We teach ourselves how to act, which means if I'm teaching myself to be this way, I can also correct my own behavior, without having an excuse for why I behave the way I behave. So if your conversation is hurtful, then make a purpose and make a NuMOVZ in deciding that I'm not going to talk hurtful to other people. Now, genders tend to talk differently to each other. And so if you're that person that somebody looks at you double-eyed and say, oh, wait, did you mean to say X, Y, and Z? It's up to you to correct yourself. It's not up to somebody else to correct you. When you walk around daily, you need to make a choice daily that when that behavior that you're trying to get control of rises itself up in you, either in your thoughts to justify that your action is okay, that you refuse the action. It's okay. It's okay to refuse it. It's okay not to let it grow inside of you. You have the power. I don't have the power to give to you. I only have enough power for me to make myself better. Just the same as you have the power you need. You are not lacking in anything that you need. Everything you need is already within you. So you have the power to focus your thoughts, focus your behavior, focus your conversation to make it better. Your change must be positive.